obviously nationals the weekend.
Yeah, I'm running the
Um,
full.
you're entered in the two as well, but you're not doubling up, I take it now.
No, I'm not doubling up. Yeah, no, I just entered just in case. If I was to have raced on Sunday, which I was down to do, I would have ran the two, but I kind of want to go run the four, especially because all my friends and family will be there.
Good stuff. Well, if you
Yeah.
if you had entered both though, it seems that the body's in good shape and you've had a really good training block and there's no little niggles or anything, so you feel kind of, yeah, guns are ready, yeah.
Yeah, I feel good to be fair. I probably could have ran the two and seen where my speed was at, but I ran my last race in Metz and I went through in 23:86. So that kind of gave me an indicator that I was fast. I just needed to work on the back end side of it because finishing in 28 seconds isn't really what I want to do.
Well, overall though, 51.69 UPB indoors, that has to be that a good sign that you're going in the right direction.
Yeah, definitely. And I think even seeing results that have come from other races since, I really want to lower that again and, hopefully be under 51.5 by the end of, Europeans. That would be great, really. That would be, I think, in and around the shape that I'm in. And I think it's fun going into races now because I'm running them very differently than I have before. I think I'm actually really committed to the first 200, which is scary, but also exciting.
Very good. And when you look at it, I've just been looking at your progression. That's like a second off over 3 years, which is pretty phenomenal.
Yeah, it is pretty good, especially for indoors because I always look at that as I'm not good at indoors, but I'm trying to get that out of my head now.
Good stuff. Okay, well let's move forward. Well, I suppose finally just on the nationals the weekend,
Mhm.
you have a crown to defend. So do you feel any pressure going into it, or do you know that you have that extra bit ahead of the competition that if you run your own race that you'll be able to defend that title?
I always feel pressure with nationals. I don't know why. I go to a competition abroad and I don't feel the same level of pressure. I think it's doing it at home in front of, all your friends and family is where you want to perform. So yeah, no, I definitely do feel nervous, I think, but also excited. I think, I am in good shape. I hope to, put on a performance at nationals. I hope that the crowd brings me along to an even faster time than I've already ran this year. That would be really great. And, I respect all the girls who are running the 400 in Ireland right now. I think the level has just gone up. So yeah, I am definitely nervous, but I'm excited as well.
Excellent. Before we move on to Apeldoorn and Nanjing and Tokyo, I do want to ask you about the new group
Mhm.
because you made the move to train in the UK. How has that gone? Do you feel comfortable and do you feel that it's really paying off?
Yeah, I do. I really am loving the group. I think, we all train hard and we all get on really well, which is really nice. It's nice to have a group where you all toe the line knowing that you're going to suffer. We're all in it together. And I think that has been something that I've really thrived off this year. There's been sessions where I've not been able to finish them. There's been sessions that I've been really good at. There's been sessions that I've been absolutely rubbish at. And I think that's the beauty in having moved the group and, finding my weaknesses and my strengths kind of all over again.
And I remember we've talked a number of times, and you even mentioned it in the interview there about that first 200 meters of your race, and especially the way you run the relay. It's kind of just full out, nothing's held back. Has your new coach identified that's an issue that is something that maybe needs to be tweaked?
Yeah, I think he said that there shouldn't be such a difference between my individual 400 and my relay 400. So it's definitely something that I think I'm not afraid to start the race anymore. I think I used to start the 400 very conservative. And now I'm not afraid of it. I just had to get out and get going. And I think that the back end will start to come as the races keep going. So yeah, it is exciting, but I'm still not fully brave, but I'm getting there.
Good to hear. And I know you said you were kind of going back and forth a bit. Is
Mhm.
that still going to be the plan, or do you think you might spend a bit more time in London, or what way is your mind thinking?
I think over the next few months, I will look at moving over there fully. But with just living out of a suitcase now, with going to competitions here and there, it's just a bit all over the place. Like you said, we have, Apeldoorn, and then I have a training camp, and then we have China, then we have Tokyo. It's just a lot. So I haven't really looked at fully moving over yet. Well, I've looked at it, but I haven't just picked that base just yet.
And has the financial support been there from Athletics Ireland and the government? Has that improved over the past 18 months or so? Is there any more going to come your way, do you think? Or is that all dependent on how you do perform?
Yeah, I think so. I think we're still waiting to finalize what we're actually going to earn over the next few weeks. So that will be good to see. But yeah, I think with government funding, like as in with Sport Ireland funding, it has definitely improved since the Olympics, which has been great.
That's good to hear. I suppose targets for the year. Do you set yourself targets on a time wise, on a medal wise, on a position wise? How when you're sitting down in January planning with your coach, what is the main kind of boxes that you want ticked?
I suppose for me, I look at, small progressions each year, and I do look at by LA, I want to be running sub 50 or sub 51. Wait, what have I run? No, sub 50.
So 50, yeah,
Sub 50. Yeah,
50.17
I was like, wait, that sounds really
or
fast.
0.71,
So
yeah.
yeah, I was like, I think that for me is what I look at as the big goal that I want to run sub 50. I want to see that 49. But for me this year, I think if I run sub 50.5, I'll be really happy with that. And just to build on that every year going up to LA, that would be something that would be in my, my focus. But I don't really look at medals. I don't really look at that kind of thing. I think I used to get super fixated on the idea of, you know, setting goals, and then if I didn't achieve them, I would think it was the end of the world. So yeah, I think just looking at that small 50.5 barrier now. I ran a PB indoors, so that was obviously great. You always look to run a PB. So if I ran a PB for outdoors as well, I'd be super happy. And I think running that kind of times, like running sub 50.5 consistently, it kind of gets you into better races as well, and it just brings the hunger on.
I suppose we better talk about Apeldoorn and Nanjing before we get on to the outdoor season. You've qualified
Mhm.
for Apeldoorn, that's fine.
Mhm.
And Nanjing, I think you have the B standard for, but maybe not the
Okay.
auto queue. Are you planning to do both, and kind of what's your thoughts on both competitions?
Oh, for World Indoors.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
we'll
no,
start
I'm
with
not going to do
European
World
indoors.
Indoors. Oh,
You're not going
European
to do.
Indoors. Yeah, I qualified for the 400, and the relays have both qualified, the mixed relay and the women's relay. I'm not fully sure what I'm going to do in regards to the mixed relay just yet. We haven't been given much information on it, so I guess that will all be given out after nationals this weekend.
Stuff. Of course, there's a big hole there with Tom not running anymore as well, so it'll be a little bit of a new team.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I think especially that European indoors is now having a mixed 4x4. That's never happened before. So it would be nice to be a part of it. But yeah, I have to see what the management and my coach says about that one.
Okay, good stuff. And so, sorry to clarify there, you're not going to go to Nanjing for the World Indoors, and the
Mm.
relays aren't either.
No, well, I'm not fully sure about the relays. I don't think so, but I definitely am not going.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
And then I suppose we could move on to the outdoor season.
Mhm.
50.71 is the time. Um, is there much more progression there? You think? I know you were saying about maybe hitting 50.5 and then
Mhm.
towards LA. This is a constant road to get quicker and quicker and kind of use or see that relay speed we've seen out on in your individual.
Yeah, I think so. And I think, I don't know what I'll run this year. I don't know if my coach has 49 in his head already. We haven't really discussed it. We're just training, and I'm getting to know him, he's getting to know me. He's, able to see how I train as and who I am as an athlete, I guess. So I'm not sure. We haven't had the conversation of what we think I'm going to run this year. Because obviously you have to stay healthy, you have to stay fit,
Yeah.
all of that kind of thing. You have to just roll with the punches with the sport. So yeah, I don't know. I just hope to get faster and faster.
And I will be hoping you'll be aiming to get on some Diamond League race cards because the Irish fans want to see you run the Diamond League. So is there a good, strong possibility of that maybe this year?
Yeah, I think so. I think because I have the standard for Tokyo, it will be a bit easier for me to pick my races this year,
Hmm.
because before I just had to look at fast track, good competitors. I need to run fast times, good weather. Whereas this year I'll be able to run more competitively. So I think that will be really exciting.
Excellent. And then the relays finally as well. I'm not saying it's your bread and butter, but it's what the Irish fans absolutely love as well. Are you excited about that more progression there, either in the mixed or in the women's 4x4?
Yeah, and I think the relays are always changing, so it's always exciting to see who's going to be brought onto the team and things like that. And also keeping my spot on the team is, you still have
Yeah.
that competitiveness as well. So yeah, I think the relays have brought so much joy to, you know, the Irish, I guess, support this year that we've had was really good as well. So I think, yeah, it's probably is my favorite. Like, I love running as part of a relay now. So the individual I'm getting there, but yeah, the relay is definitely where I thrive.
Yeah, they're never getting rid of you out of that, I don't think.
Hopefully.
Great, great stuff. All right, listen, that's everything. I should be there hopefully on Sunday, so I'll hope to catch up with you
Yeah,
then
I
after
hope so.
the race. Okay.
Yeah, perfect.